Hello, do you want to learn how to make a custom subscribe button for your YouTube channel just like the one you're watching right now? Then stay with me. I'll show you how. Before we get started, if you're new here, consider subscribing for more awesome videos like this, and watch this video to the end, because at the end I'm going to show you how to download this custom subscribe button so that you can use it in your video for free. So let's get started. From your media, go to color sample and let's drag then solid green, then lock it on the track. And let's go back and drag then red color to the second track on the timeline. Now let's minimize it. This is what we're going to use for us as our subscribe button. So minimize it and make it smaller. Align it in the middle. Now in order to make it pop, we're going to add border to it. So go to effects, go to utility, drag and drop border on our solid red image. We can modify it, make it 4 or 5, and it will have something like this. So let's go to type 2 and drag down one of the pre-made type 2 and drop it on the third track on the timeline. Double click on it and go to advanced. Let's delete what we've done. Then let's highlight and change our text to subscribe. Drag and align it properly on the red button. Now let's minimize it and make sure everything is aligned. Click OK. Let's go back to media and drag then our mouse cursor pointer on the fourth track on the timeline. Double click on it and go to screen and minimize it. Drag and position it in the right place. Alright, now it's time to add some motion to our images. Move the playhead forward a little bit and click on the red color. Go to animation and customize and add a keyframe to it. Then move the playhead back to the beginning and make the scale 0. Now we'll have something like this. Double click on the image and go to animation. Click on boom and let's apply that to our text. And by the time we play, we'll have something like this. Let's move our playhead toward the end and click on the red object. Then go to animation and customize and add a keyframe to it. Then move the playhead to the end and change the scale to 0. Let's preview it and see what we have. Now double click on the type 2 and click advance. Now let's make some changes because I want the movement to synchronize. It should appear and disappear almost at the same time. So we don't want delay there. So all we need to do is to adjust it here and make sure it is properly aligned. Let's click OK. Alright, it's time to animate our cursor. Now what we want is the cursor pointer to come from the outside to the button. Now let's first of all reduce the duration. So move the playhead forward a little bit, a couple of frames. Go to animation and add a keyframe. Now move it to the beginning of the image and go to screen and drag the cursor out of the frame. So the next thing we need to do is to add another animation toward the middle where the cursor will click. So add a keyframe there, reduce the scale, make it smaller, then move the playhead forward a little bit and restore the scale of the cursor, make it to its normal size. And now by the time we play it, it will give us the impression of a click, something like that. Okay. So we're not done yet with the cursor. We want the cursor to leave the frame, just as the other text and the red image is leaving the screen. So in order to do that, move it forward and add a keyframe to it. Then move it toward the end at the point where those other images and text are disappearing. Then you add another keyframe. Then drag the cursor out of the frame. And by the time we play it, we'll have something like this. So we're done with our animation. Check out what we have so far. Isn't it interesting? So now we're not done yet completely. All right, now it's time to add some sound, the click sound, and also I'll go ahead and add some sound to the beginning just to make it dramatic. So let's add this sound to the beginning. Don't worry, I'll play it later and you will hear the sound. Now let's go to where the mouse clicked and add a click sound right there. Drag and position it. You can align it, make sure it's properly aligned. That's where the click happens. That's the sound of a click. The click probably will be okay for the sound, but I want to make it more dramatic, you know. So I'll go to the end and add another sound to it, just like the sound you heard from the intro. So by adding the third sound, I think we're good to go. So let's preview it and see what we have so far. Isn't it interesting? So we're not done yet. Let's add that effect you saw at the intro to it. Let's add it to where the mouse clicked. So go to elements and drag and drop this effect on the top track on the timeline. Now double click on it and go to transform and minimize it and make it smaller. Drag it and drop it right on that pointer, and by the time we play it, we'll have this effect. Exactly, that's it. All right, now it's time for us to export our video. Export it and you can save it with whichever name you want, and let's render the video. When it is done, let's import the video to our media. You can trace it to wherever location you save it. Mine is on video, so I'm gonna go and click and import it. Now we have our video. Now let's delete all the images and everything on the screen, and let's drag then our video. Now you can use any video. Let's drag then our video to the timeline. Go back and drag then our custom subscribe button. Now all we need to do is to key out the green screen and we will have our animation. So click on the green screen, click on that icon and go to green screen. Click on the picker tool and click on the green screen on the screen, and now boom, the green screen is gone and we have this. That's a good thing about this subscribe button. That's why we use green in our background, because you can move it, you can use it in any video. All you need to do is to drop it on the video and key out the green screen and you have the subscribe button. So this brings us to the end of the video. If you find this video valuable, don't forget to leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for more awesome videos like this. But before I go, I promise you from the beginning, I'm going to show you how to download this subscribe button and use it in your next project, next video for free. So I'll leave a link in the description below. You can download it and use it for free. That's my gift to you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Check out our final product.